Well, we have a classic melody today called Brother John. A lot of really good stuff to learn through this tune, so let's jump into it. So how this song is put together is we have 4 little sections that are repeated. So it's a really fun one to play with another guitar player, where one person can play the first riff and the other person can echo that back. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you how we can actually play this melody starting at different times, and it creates this really cool effect. Okay, so let's learn the notes first. This is a good way to learn some of our notes on the G and the B string that we started to. So we start off with the open G, and then A, which is on fret 2, open B, open G. I'll play that once and then you can play it back, okay? Good, now you, G, A, B, G. Nice, one more time. Open G, A, B, G. Good, and then you, G, A, B, G. Cool, that's the first part. Here's the second part. Open B, C on fret 1, and D on fret 3. Just like that. Open B, C, D. You try it. B, C, D. Nice. One more time. B, C, D. So you notice that D note hangs out just a little bit longer than the other ones. It's a good chance to do that little vibrato thing. Wiggle your finger a little bit. Give that note some flavor. So B, C, D. Nice. Okay, here's the third section. Okay, this is the trickiest part, all right? So up to this point, we had quarter notes. This part right here, these are quarter notes, but then that note rings for 2 beats. Okay, so guess what we call that? We call it a half note. Alright, these next series of notes are going to be 8th notes, so that means they're going to go a little bit quicker. Okay, so we have to go a little bit slow to learn it so we can do it properly. Alright, so the third section goes like this: D, E, D. Play that back. D, open E, D. Good. And then C, B, open G. Okay, do that with me. C, open B, G. All right. That's the fiddly bit. Bunch of notes in there. Here it is again. D, E, D, C, B, G. Now you try. D, E, D, C, B, G. Good. Okay, then the fourth and final part is the easiest one. We're going to go open G, open D, open G. Okay, try that. You got that. You can do that in your sleep. Open G, open D, open G. What I like to do at the end of this tune is I'll play a couple harmonics. Okay, remember these? So we'll go up on fret 12 of the G and play it there. 12 of the D, 12 of the G. Ooh, don't hit that B string though. Just like that. All right, cool. So I'm gonna play the track that I recorded. So you're gonna hear that melody, okay, and you're gonna see me play it. Do your best to keep up with me, but if it feels like it's too fast and you wanna lay out, that's totally cool. Okay, you can practice this and come back to this video. All right, but what you could also do is you can practice your G chord. Okay, because there's a G chord that's doing just a very simple light boom chuck strum all the way through the whole song. Okay, so if it's too fast for you right now, come in and practice your G a little bit, you know, or just watch my fingers and, you know, get a sense for how it all goes. All right, So cool. I'm gonna play through this melody twice, and I want you to join me the best you can. Okay? I'll give us a count. It's gonna go faster, so I don't want it to startle you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That again. Ready? G, A, B, G, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, B, C, D, D, E, D, C, B, G, G, D, G. Harmonics. Off the page with the harmonics. Nice. Okay. Awesome job. All right. Okay, if you're ready, we're going to do something really cool with this melody now. So we're going to play it through just like we do. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait before we start playing. Okay, so you're going to hear another guitar start the melody. We're going to wait for that first section to end. It's going to go twice. Okay, and while the other guitar is doing this, we're going to start the tune. Okay, so it's going to create this cool little harmony. Okay, so it takes a lot of focus, but I'm going to be right here with you. So you're going to play with me, but you're going to hear that other guitar, you know, playing a little bit, not out of time, but sort of in a different time. Okay, so let's try this out. I'm going to cue you in when we start. Okay. So get ready. Here comes the first guitar. Here we come. 2, ready, go. Start again. Ready? G, A. Good. B, C, D. Keep going. Nice harmonics. All right, nice job. Okay, so don't worry if that was tough to keep up with. Okay, you can come back to this anytime you like and work out this little tune, Brother John. It's a classic. I'd like to show you how we write down the music to Brother John. I know this looks like a lot of information and you don't have to take it all in right now, but I just want to give this to you as a study. Okay, so what we have here is standard notation, and we learned a few of these things already. We have the staff with the 5 lines and the 4 spaces. We have the G clef. This is our time signature, 4/4. This is our key signature. It's telling us that we're in the key of G major. And up here we have our tempo. Okay, so this is telling us that the quarter note is going to be beating at 72 beats per minute. So if you have a metronome, you can set it to 72 and it'll sound like this. And you can play along, okay? So pretty neat. So these notes, let me go ahead and I'll plug them in for you and then you'll have them, okay? So the first note we know is G from learning the tune. Then we have an A, and then a B, and then a G. Okay, so that's our first bar of Brother John, and then that whole phrase repeats here. Okay, so we got G, A, B, G. All right, so that's the whole first section. Remember, we learned that there's 4 sections to Brother John. Then we go to, this is our B string. Okay, this is our B note right here. So we've got B, C, D, and then that repeats B, C, D. Okay, so we learned about quarter notes, how quarter notes are, a filled-in circle with a stem. So you'll notice that the quarter notes, sometimes the stems are pointing up and sometimes the stems are pointing down. Okay, so generally if the head of the note is above the middle line, you're going to have the stems pointed down. Okay, and we have our half notes right here that we didn't learn about, but this is what they look like. Okay, so it's a hollow head and a stem. Those are our half notes. And those are the first 2 sections. Okay, then we have this mess right here. So a lot of stuff in here. These little symbols up here are your pick directions. Okay, so this little staple looking thing, that tells you to pick down. And this little kind of V thing tells you to pick up. Okay, so once you kind of get into the nitty gritty of learning this tune, you can try out this, sort of pattern of pick directions here. Okay. This is a really great way to pick fast. Okay, this is kind of a fast part, and this will help you do that in a really nice way. Okay, so all of these are 8th notes. Okay, you see how they're beamed together. Sometimes we'll see 8th notes as little flags, but here they're all beamed together in pairs. Okay, and then we have all these notes right here. There's a whole lot of them, so I'll plug those in for you so you can have them all written out. So we got D, E, D, C, B, G. Okay, and then that repeats again. C, B, G. Okay, so that's the tricky line, right? That third line right there. And then after that, we got the super easy part where we have a G, open G. And this is a low D. You see how low it is on the staff, right? That's our open D string. And then G. Okay, then we have this stuff up here. Okay, so writing out harmonics in standard notation is a little different. Okay, you see how they look like these little diamonds? Okay, and to tell you where to play them, in guitar notation, we have these Roman numerals that tells you to go way up to fret 12 and play these notes down here, which we know are G, D, and G. Okay? So I know this feels like a lot, but this is how we would write everything out in standard notation, okay? So how I like to teach is just learning the song and spending a lot of time just having fun making music and playing it, and then we study this, you know, sort of as we would like to, okay? So this is standard notation, and I'll show you just quickly tablature. Okay, so tablature looks like this. So this is a little bit easier because this is going to tell us exactly where to play, right? This is the G string, open, the G string, fret 2, open B. Okay, so once you really get used to reading tablature, you can really cruise through it. Okay, and what we have here are we have the rhythms indicated as well. Okay, so we've got the quarter notes look like this. And then the half notes look kind of funny. You got to circle around the note and like a half stem. Okay, 8th notes pretty much look the same, and then the harmonics at the bottom. Okay, so that's how it looks like in tablature. All right. Okay, that's it for Brother John today. 2 quick things before we go. So if you have a looper pedal, this is a great tune to start playing around with. And if you don't know what a looper pedal is, it's a device that you record your guitar into, and then it plays it back to you, and you can jam along with it. Okay, so you can recreate what we did today with the 2 guitars. Okay, then finally, I went over this really quickly when I was showing you the notation. The down up picking is really going to save you and help you play this part fast. Okay, there's only so fast you can get that if you're just doing all down picks, okay? So if you want to play faster music like bluegrass music or like heavy metal music or really fast strums, you know, get your right hand going. Got to do the down up picking, okay? So this is a perfect tune to get started. All right, that's it for today. Nice work, and I'll see you tomorrow.